Peterson, it's Miss Lammie. I'm here today to read you a book, one of my favorites. It's called Puff the Magic Dragon by Peter Yarrow and Lenny Lipton. This is actually based on a song by a group called Peter, Paul, and Mary, which my mom and dad would play for me a lot when I was a little girl. It was one of my favorites, and so I want to share it with you. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. So you can see all the neat bags and craft supplies that they can have using their imagination together to have an adventure. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. I like this page because it's got lots of just really cool details and things with the illustrations, and you can tell that they're just kind of using their imagination to have all kinds of wonderful adventures, which is something I loved to do when I was little. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. I don't know if you could see it, but I like that the dolphins have little pirate outfits. Noble kings and princes would bow whene'er they came. Pirate ships would lower their flag when Puff roared out his name. I don't know about you, but I think pirates are pretty cool. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. One of the things to kind of notice is that Jackie Paper's growing up a little bit. He's getting bigger as the pictures go on. A dragon lives forever, but not so little girls and boys. Painted wings and giant's rings make way for other toys. One gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff, that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. I know Puff looks really sad right now. Take a minute and think, why do you think Puff is so sad? I know that when I can't see my friends, it makes me feel very sad too, and I think I've got a bit of a connection to Puff, and I think you might too. His head was bent in sorrow, and green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave, so Puff, the mighty dragon, sadly slipped into his cave. And all his friends are coming to check on him, make sure he's all right. I really like this picture because this one's not so much in the song, but it's always the way I imagined it ending. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. He's got a new friend now. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. This one is my favorite page because this is little Jackie Paper from the very, very beginning. That means even though he's all grown up, he still has his own daughter that he can send to go play with Puff. I really like this story because it's all about using your imagination and having fun, kind of playing on your own sometimes, and knowing that there's people around you who love you. So I know that the world is a scary place right now where we all have to stay at home and take care of each other. But I just want to take a minute to check in with your families and see if, like I shared this book with you, ask them about what their favorite songs were when they were little, or their favorite games, or things that they might want to share with you. Everyone's stuck at home and it's kind of boring and kind of sad, but think of different ways that you can use your imagination, that you could play by yourself, or check in with your parents and see if they can share some of their favorite games when they were little, or their favorite songs or music or dances. You'll find you've got a lot to learn from each other. So just take care, treat each other well, know that all your teachers at school love you very much, and we're waiting very excitedly to get back to each other very soon. But in the meantime, just know that we love you. Bye.